Best of R slash Choosing Beggars episode 20. Spoiler, if you don't value yourself or your work, no one else will. I work at an orange apron wearing corporate chain. For the last few months I have been painting aprons for some of my co-workers. Basically co-workers in my department or the folks I like, not charging anything, I just enjoy it for the most part. I have been gifted a bottle of wine, lunch, or coffee from some appreciative recipients. Some have even purchased paints for me. All my designs are hand-drawn, underpainted, and layered. Most take 2 to 3 hours to complete. Occasionally I will get a request from a co-worker I don't like or has been shitty to me in the past and I have to come up with a reason to say number. Sometimes I will just go ahead and do it just because they want a design I am interested in painting. And this is where my CB story begins. Across from my department is the paint department. I regularly see this co-worker but haven't developed a friendship or said anything more than good morning with this female. She asks if I will paint an apron for her, requesting a pair of cartoon dogs. The design is cute and after thinking on it tell her I will. When I hand her finished apron a few weeks later she is thrilled but afterwards see she's not wearing it. I ask her why and she says it's so nice I don't want it ruined. Then tells me she's saving it to wear at the kids clinic she's teaching in a few days to surprise her grandkids who are doing the clinic with her because that's their favorite cartoon to watch together. After this she says I need you to paint 2 more aprons exactly the same as the puppy designed for her grandkids to give them to wear at the clinic. I am just staring at her, rolling over what she is asking me to do. Paint 2 more exact aprons for free for her grandkids so her grandkids have aprons just like hers, which she didn't pay for. So her grandkids will have nicer aprons than all the other kids in the clinic. Clinic is also free and each kid gets a free kid-sized apron. And BTW I have 2 days to do this for her. She then looks at the look on my face and says, "Do you hear me?" Me nodding my head. "Yes, I hear you." "No thank you." "Well, if 2 days isn't enough time for you to finish them I can always give them to my grandkids for Christmas." Me, as Christmas gifts? "How much are you offering me to do this for you?" Her, "What? You want paid now? It's just cartoon characters for God's sake." Me, "Right. So paint them yourself." "Thank you." Next. I volunteer for a rat rescue, not for sewer rats, but the cute kinds people keep as pets. They act like a cross between a gerbil and a dog. Interesting creatures. Anyway, since they're just rats, adoption fees are only $15 each to make sure they don't wind up as snake food. All money goes right into vet bills. A woman contacts me asking about a group of 3 females I've been fostering. I tell her the adoption fees, which she already knew, and then she starts going on about how her house burned down and her other rats died, her dog died, now she's homeless. You know the drill. She had to have them for free. I tell her she can go to the reptile or pet store and get a couple plain rats for $3.6. However, she wants the fancy lady rats instead. I keep getting the sob story about the fire, and it's such a scam I get tired of it. Basically, I told her to suck it up and cough up the $45 for the 3 of them, or go somewhere else. She didn't respond. Who the hell tries to rip off an animal rescue? We don't have much to work with as it is. Thank you. Next. This is back from 1993. My dad was the world's biggest choosing beggar. My mom refused to iron his dress shirt/pants because he complained so much, so he had to take them to the cleaners and he complained about the job they did. Cost too much, took too long, job wasn't done right. Always a revolving door of different cleaners he would go to, and he would get banned or just told, "Don't come back." Repeat for every other store imaginable. Anyway, back when I was on spring break, he came to me and told me he wanted me to wash my car, and "I'll pay you." Ugh. As he knew I flat out didn't want to do it, so I grit my teeth and washed the car. Then he said, "While you're washing it, you should wax it too. I'll pay more." Note, he doesn't mean the cheap spray-on wax, he means the jar of wax and a rag. So later that night, he said, "I didn't like the job you did, so you need to wash/wax the other car too and I'm not going to pay you for either." My reply was, "Right on schedule." He actually got mad, and said I deserved to have both cars washed and waxed, and I didn't like the job you did. "Why did you say right on schedule?" I told him, because this exact same thing happened last year and the year before. I knew you were not going to pay me. So why are you complaining that you don't like the free job I did? It's free. I knew you weren't going to pay from the moment you told me that you would pay me. He replied that he shouldn't have to pay because he bought the soap and rags and wax, and now that we are out of wax, I should buy more. Thank you. Next. My brother is a huge entitled prick and he is addicted to Destiny 2, PS4 game. He thinks he is the best player and wanted me to make him a montage for YouTube. I make montages for friends and stuff, but note, they all pay me highly for each video, so here's how shit went down. B. Brother, hey, could you make me a training montage? Me, yeah sure, but it will cost you. B. Okay, I'll send you the clips. Me, hey, but will cost you. B. But I'm your brother. You make montages for all your friends. Me, yay, and they pay me. B. But I am your brother, so really you should pay me. Me, I'm not making you a montage for free. You are a horrible person, so as you are my brother, I would charge you more. B. But why? Me, 'cause you're being an annoying twat. B. You're a fucking bitch, so wonder nobody likes you. Your montages aren't even that good. Me, lol sure, I have learnt the sacred art of not giving a shit. A few moments later. B. How much do you usually charge per montages? Me, usually dependent on difficulty, anywhere from £20 to £50. Some friends make hour-long ones, and holy shit they are hard to edit. B. That's way too much. Me, nope, it's below minimum wage per hour. Even if they are stupidly difficult, I still charge low amounts. B. But I am your brother. I should get it for free. Me, my prices are based on my talent, not your budget. B. You're a complete ass and I hate you. You're gonna die at a young age and never find love. A couple more moments later again. B. Have you rethought your prices to be reasonable, because I am your brother? Me, yes, I have. B. Great. I'll send you the clip since you will do it for free. Me, no, I rethought prices because you're my brother, it's not gonna be free. B. Stop, do it for free. Me, nah, I don't think I will. A few seconds of silence. B. What are your new prices, for me? Me, £50 to £100. He started yelling but I just got up and left to write this story. Hope you guys enjoyed. Edit, you he back already. 2 minutes after posting Mayo. B. Just do the video already. It'll be great exposure for your talents. Yes, the iconic choosing beggar line. Me, would you pay someone online to make a montage? B. Well I don't need to, I know you. Me, and if you didn't would you pay someone online? B. No they would do it out of the kindness of their hearts. Me, okay then, go try it. Still waiting for a response from him. Will update if he tried this. Thank you. Next. Hello. New poster here. I'm a 21-year-old college student. Yes, I live with my parents, but I have to pay for all of my things, including college, obviously. I cannot get a job since I spend about 10-12 hours at school every day, so to make a living I sell cookies. I daily sell around 76 cookies, each of them costs 5 pesos, which is equivalent to a little less than $0.25. I have to walk all over the college campus about 3 times a day to sell them all, and are my only source of income. So one day I approach a group of students as usual and go to sell in a cheerful way. Me, hey, I'm selling walnut cookies. They have a sweet creme center, and are only $0.25. Would you want one? CB, ugh, that is way too expensive, don't you think? I'm shocked and, honestly, a little embarrassed, since he said this loudly to all his friends and they all laugh. I have never had someone tell me my cookies were expensive, and I had been selling them for over a year. Me, no, I don't think they're expensive. Bus fare is $0.25, but if you don't want cookies then it's fine, no biggie. CB, no, I do want cookies, but they are very expensive. Can't you give me a better deal? Me, it's $0.25. What better deal do you want? CB, well, I give you $0.25, and you give me other 2 free cookies. Deal? Me, no, I need the money, it's just $0.25. If you don't want it, or can't pay for it, it's fine. Just move on. CB, please. I've bought cookies from you before. I'm your best costumer. Me, no offense, but everyone in this campus has bought cookies as well. By that logic, I would have to give everyone free cookies, and I can't. Also, I don't remember seeing you before, so I doubt you really have bought that many cookies, since I tend to remember good costumers. He and his friends laughed and he then agreed to just buy one, but when he took the cookie after paying and I walked away, he yelled behind me for everyone to hear, they are too expensive. Don't be so greedy next time. The good thing about working for myself and having no boss is that I don't have to abide by the policy of the costumer is always right. I saw him a couple of times again that semester. All the times he tried to haggle me, until I told him that if he didn't respect my work anymore, I wouldn't sell to him again, to which he got angry and started saying I was losing a huge costumer. I haven't sold to him ever again and I still managed to sell my daily 76 cookies lol. Thank you. Next. I am not sure if this qualifies as a choosing beggar story or not, but I find the situation perplexing. My mom's younger brother has always been a very supportive uncle to all of his nieces and nephews. He is the youngest of his siblings by more than 10 years. So he has always been someone we could talk to about things that might not be easy to discuss with our parents and such. He and his wife don't have any children, so on top of being there for us on an emotional level, he and his wife have been very generous as all. When we were in high school he paid for all of the nieces' prom dresses and the nephews' tuxedos and many other things. While we were in college we each received very generous financial support from them, and they also helped each of us with the down payment on our first home purchase. They continued to be generous when we each started having children and are still generous to us all even now that we are all established adults. Cast of characters: GU, generous uncle; GA, generous aunt; GU's wife; CB, oldest female cousin; me, is obviously me. On to the story. CB is now 40, her only child graduated high school last spring and enlisted in the military, so needless to say she is no longer receiving child support from her ex. She has a well-paying full-time job and so does her son who lives with her. GA was diagnosed with a very serious illness this year and that has also caused her to suffer from depression. So because of her illness and her suffering from depression, GA is not able to do everything that she once did and she doesn't get out and around like before. Over Thanksgiving weekend CB told me she was upset with GU because she had texted him asking him to take her shopping for new bras at a rather pricey store and he never replied. CB wanted to confront him about this at the family get-together. Her reason being that when CB gave birth to her son, GA had taken her shopping for nursing bras, so CB thought it would be reasonable for GU to take her to buy some new bras, because GA doesn't get out and about very often right now. I don't think GA has been buying her bras for all these years, because she only mentioned her buying her nursing bras. I talked CB out of confronting GU at the family Thanksgiving and tried to explain it is not really appropriate for her to ask him to take her bra shopping, but she keeps trying to play the single mother who isn't receiving child support card, even though her son is an adult and doesn't even live with her anymore. She just texted me telling me that she had texted GU again about taking her bra shopping and he still is not replying to her. I suggested she use the very generous Visa gift card we all get from GA and GU at Christmas to buy herself some bras, but of course she has other plans for the gift card funds. I'm just appalled that she even thinks anyone should be buying her bras at this point. Am I the only one who finds her request strange? Thank you. Next. 3 of whom were under the age of 5. And one that had autism. If this isn't the correct subreddit, let me know. Just started a new job as a school bus driver in the Bay Area. Met this younger lass. She seemed okay, if not a little off. Her and the other gentleman I was training with. Anyhow, we exchanged numbers and bonded a little. Less than a week of her knowing me, she asked me to babysit. She has 5 kids, I have 1. Her and her husband wanted to go watch the Super Bowl at someone else's home that day. My first thought was sure, my sister has 5 kids and I know that shit can be stressful. I don't mind helping another mother out. She then drops the bomb on me. Her youngest, 3, has autism and I believe the 3 and the 4-year-old weren't yet potty trained. She deemed me trustworthy as I had passed my fingerprint/background check through the Dodge, but she doesn't really know me. The kids don't know me. Her hubby doesn't know me. I start to backpedal a bit, cause it's been such a long time since I've had to change shitty diapers, and these aren't babies, so it's not baby poo, it's damn near grown person poo. I tell her I'm not sure I feel comfortable with that, and she offers pizza for the kids, and my son and I. She then tells me it'll be easier, because her dad lives there. Okay, why couldn't he look after them? Well, he could, but it'd be too much of a hassle for him. Why not stay home with the kids and watch the Super Bowl? Their friends were having a party, and her husband really wanted to go. How long would you be gone for? I'm not sure of the time, hour-wise, but she was going to let me and my child sleep over, which one wasn't comfortable with, and two felt this meant she'd be gone all night, and all for the whopping price of $30. I wasn't initially expecting any pay, but non-potty trained kids? I am not changing damn near grown person poo for free. I think the fuck not. After she offered to let me sleep over, I took back my offer. Your autistic son hasn't met me. She said he could meet me that day, and I'm sure he wouldn't feel comfortable. Your dad will be there, and you are really trying to sell this overnight deal, which honestly gave me a pit in my stomach. Something just felt off. She started begging me, telling me that I said I would. Yes, and you weren't forthcoming with all the details. I had to keep asking questions about the kids for her to spill the beans. I told her no, and after arguing on the phone for several minutes, telling her why this wasn't a good situation, I hung up. I told her no and stopped answering her texts. She then started texting me about how her husband left her to go to the game, and I ruined her night, etc. She got the hint eventually, and kind of dropped out of our training sessions with the school district. TL. Dr. A woman who had known me for less than a week asked me to babysit her 5 children, 2 of whom were not potty trained, and 1 who had autism, despite them having never met me. Edit. A word.